country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Willis. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So LSU's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the rhythm.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, you start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number it's
a running room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it out. It's James. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the 2nd drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
The throw to the outside is complete. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the 1st. There he goes down the right side. Inside the 30. He's at the... Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The sure hands. It's Parker. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
He's got an open man. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. You'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Turning it on! They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking for room. It's James. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative. Open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to take off. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Foster. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive play.
Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. Reaches into the bag and moves and finds his way up to the 31. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Gets the back moving. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
The inside handoff. Not much much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man, it's Foster. Snagged in the middle, it's Parker. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Run in the red zone, it's Durham. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Shotgun snap on third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
So the PI penalty cost the defense 15 and a fresh first down for the O. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man. It's Russell. Gets it out just short of the 20. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line and a little more room to operate. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Cook. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Tremble. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Looking for a gap. It's Parker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Caught near the sticks. It's Cook. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Whistle blows. We are 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give on the inside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Back to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got some room to run. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Foster. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield, it's Foster. Just a little off. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. And they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Green. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Foster. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
3rd down play from the gun. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Play action. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Finding open areas. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
If a free safety comes blitzing, you've got to throw a slant behind it to the receiver. So that time, the quarterback and receiver, they may not have been on the same page.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs.
He's going to get loose. Just an outstanding return there. sets up his offense nicely. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going to the run, it's Durham. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Scanning the field, it's Foster. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
Making side adjustments here. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on first down from the 28. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Syracuse will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points. The great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll run play action. He tries to take the top off. Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Off play action on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the...
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Fires on the move. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Syracuse, 10.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Cook. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Sends it back in motion. Trying to run, it's Bradley. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Cook. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. finds his big tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Powers forward. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Quarterback adapting. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Back to pass, it's Foster. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Durham. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator.
Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen. Strip the football, do something.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.